This tutorial is to set in the proofing options. Now we've already done the proofing, and you bring the little spell checker up. Notice once you get your spell checking up, you can then come down to this options here. Now if you click on the options, that will then go and open the options dialog box, and then you can set them up. But I've got to show you how to do it without that box as well. So if you go to the File tab, the Backstage view, come down to the options, and then you get the little options box come up. You come down to the category of proofing, and then you notice here you've got all the options for your spell check. Now come here, when correcting spelling in Microsoft programs, ignore words in uppercase. If you want it to do that, put a tick on. So it's literally what you want to do. Ignore words that contain numbers, ignore internet and file addresses, flag repeated words, which you do want, Then you come down here, and it is pretty much what you want it to do. Now if you've got custom dictionaries, you can click on this and you can tell it to use custom dictionaries, because some companies use a lot of abbreviations, things like that, so they would have a custom dictionary. You just turn it on or turn it off, whichever you wanted to do. Pretty easy stuff. Then you've got French and Spanish modes. Down here, when correcting spelling and grammar in Word, this only affects Word. Check spellings as you type, use contextual spelling, mark grammar errors as you type, check grammar with spelling. Well, that's the little checkbox that I've already showed you. Writing styles, grammar only, or you can set your settings. Now these, what you'll usually find with these is the companies set these up, but it is literally a choice of you going around and just literally putting a tick in and a non-tick where you don't want them. But you need to go and have a little look and see what you want to set up and what you don't. Grammar can be a little bit ambiguous with certain companies, but you just go through and set. If you go through and set everything and then you decide you didn't want it, you just say reset all, and it'll just reset all for you and take it back to defaults for you on that one. Further down here, I'll just have to lift this box up a little bit. Then you've got recheck the document. Now once the document has been checked and you've corrected what you want, that's it. But you can come in here and say recheck, and what that'll do is that'll say this operation resets the spelling checker and the grammar checker, so that the word will recheck the document and the grammar. You just say yes to that, and then you can go and recheck the document. Down here you've got hide spelling errors in the documents. That's the little red wavy line, and you can hide the grammar errors in the document. That's the little green underline. Me personally, I like to see them because I'm not saying it's correct, it's prompting you to look, and it's prompting you to check the document as well. So to me, I would leave it on. Now you've also got this autocorrect option here. I've already gone through the autocorrect, but this was designed for spelling errors. So if you repeatedly type the word the, T-E-H, notice automatically the computer will correct it with T-H-E as you press the spacebar. And you can put anything you want in here. You might have it, for instance, that you say, righto, then I'm going to say Dave, because I do tend to call myself Dave, and replace it with David. Okay, so we'll add that in. We say OK. Now in the document, you say Mr. Now out of habit, I would just type Dave, but notice as a touch spacebar, it corrects it to David Bowron. So it is good. It is good, and it is designed for spelling. But you may want to add words to the to the autocorrect and it might contain certain formatting. Now I'm just putting a little bit of formatting on here just to show you. I'll change the font as well. Literally, it might be something that you've got there like that. Now, what you would do is you highlight it, you go to options, proofing, autocorrect. Now notice here, if I highlight the word or words in Word, I come in here, I can take my pick now, look. So I can literally say replace now MDB for Mr. David Bowron, and I want to replace it with plain text, so it would just say Mr. David Bowron, or formatted text because I've already got it in the document that's highlighted. Now if I say formatted text because that's what I want, and then I say add, it'll add it into the document. Now I say OK to that, I say OK to that, I'll just delete that. Well, I won't delete that. What I'll do is I'll bring a brand new document up. Now notice in here, imagine I'm typing a letter, blah blah blah, and then I finish my document. MDB was what I wanted to type. Bingo, look at that, straight in, and the formatting as well, because that's what we said on the document. So these are so powerful. These are really powerful stuff. It's just understanding how they're working. Now don't forget, it is designed for spelling errors. That's what the autocorrect was for, and you'll find that there is a lot of them already in place, so you need to have a little look through and see what you've got in and see what you haven't got in. But any word that you spell consistently incorrect, put it in here. And there's so many in this new version, you have to go through and see what's what. That's why it does already do a lot of corrections as you type in. Now me personally, because I read a lot of books, and most of the books I read are American, I tend to spell American because I read American a lot. So I would put the American spelling here and the English spelling there, and then as I'm typing, as I touch spacebar, it just goes through. But you need to have a little look. Absolutely fantastic, yeah. And that's you're setting your options up in the Word in the options dialog box. And at that, I would like to say thank you very much for your time. Don't forget to check my other videos out. If you subscribe with our channel, we do requests, so if you've got anything that you're having a problem with, or if you want to know how to do a particular task like mail merge or tables or anything like that, just